Hello and welcome to Radiance, the podcast, a space where mysticism, embodiment, and modern wisdom meet. Hello, my name is Dr. Irene and I am your host. Today, I want to talk about sacred sexuality and the seven gates practice. And this practice is one of my deepest teachings that I offer in my womb awakening program. I want to start to give you a context of where this practice came from and how I came to evolve it and to teach it in my groups and programs. The seven gates practice, I discovered it in Glastonbury. If you don't know Glastonbury is a power place in the UK. And this place is incredible. I've been there 4 times and I just feel a deep connection to this land. And if you don't know about ley lines, you know how the body has energetic meridians? Like in acupuncture, we're working with meridians. So as the body, the earth has meridians, and these are called ley lines. And so one of these ley lines passes through Glastonbury. And in the esoteric groups, it is well known that the heart chakra of Glastonbury lives in one of these ley lines. The heart chakra of the planet lives in Glastonbury in the Thor, which is like a mount. So this place, Glastonbury, is filled of magic. And because the heart chakra is there, when you go, there's a lot of energies of the unification of the feminine and the masculine, of the sacred union to open our hearts, to live from our hearts in an integrated way within our inner masculine and inner feminine. But also there's a lot of those teachings around for couples in sacred sexuality. And there's these beautiful wells, the red spring and the white spring, which springs are also power places where the Shakti flows, where there's beautiful energy of the feminine that blesses the land. So there's one that is connected to the red Shakti, to the sexual goddess, and one to the white Shakti, which is the white mother, right? The most compassionate and loving mother. So this place is just infused with this energy and this magic. And one time when I was there, I picked up a book that's called Sacred Union. And at the time, I had just met my ex-partner now, a beautiful Viking that became my sacred sexuality partner. And in this book, there was the teaching of the sacred gate, the 7 gates. And so I started practicing the 7 gates myself first, and then started to bring these practices into our bedroom. Now, also, you have to understand that I have studied Tantra as well for many, many years in shamanism. So I have a deep understanding of the energetics in the body, as well as I'm a Chinese medicine practitioner. So meridians are energetic portals. So the teachings that now I bring of the 7 gates, it's a fusion of what I received from this book, but integrated with everything that I have learned in my spiritual path and that I have embodied as a tantrika, as a Taoist practitioner, and as a shamanic practitioner as well. This practice is incredible. And when I started to share it with my partner, we were able to penetrate states of consciousness that were just so incredible and so magical and so beautiful. And I realized that this is such an incredible and potent map, and that I started to share it. So what does it entail? Let's just start with sacred sexuality. What is sacred sexuality? So sexual energy is our most potent, healing, transformational energy that we have. It's creative energy, right? We all come from sexual energy. We all come from our parents having sex. And so In Tantra, we say that sexual energy is connected to Kundalini. And Kundalini is our inner Shakti. It's this energy inside of us that moves through our spine and opens our chakras so that we can become our highest self, so that we can penetrate and evolve into our highest expression of our divinity. And with that comes siddhis, comes gifts like a feeling of ecstatic love and awe of the magic of reality, of creation, deeper loving relationships, but also psychic abilities. Your psychism starts to open up. If this is something that you are interested in, doing this deep sacred sexuality practices does open up your psychic abilities, and a more magical reality opens up to you to access. So that's sacred sexuality. Now the gates. There's 7 gates within our womb space. And you can say that they're related also to our chakras. We have 7 chakras. We have more. There's an 8th chakra over here, but we have the 7 main chakras. So you can say that the 7 gates are an hologram of those chakras, but within the womb space. And so each chakra holds an energy and holds information, consciousness, we say, which is information. So each gate is like a mini chakra, like a mini energy portal gate wheel that has certain energy and consciousness. And so when we start to touch them, there is a connection to that energy and consciousness in that point. What happens is that if you've never done any type of this work, there's a lot of information there. There's a lot of experiences that we've had sexually as humans, as women, that if we haven't had the time to integrate, they're there waiting for us to tap into it and to integrate. So if you've never done this type of work, there's going to be uncomfortable emotions and sensations that can come up, like grief and sadness and anger and rage. And many of us have been sexually abused. And if you haven't had the time to integrate that experience, when you touch it with the gates, that experience opens up. But listen, it's not that you're going to be re-traumatized. The content is already there. Now, because you're touching it with awareness, with intent, with a knowing and a curiosity that things might stir up, then there's a beautiful possibility of that content to be released, to be dissolved into the light, and to be liberated from that experience, from that memory forever. And so we do this because we're not only working with the gates, we're also working with the Merkaba, which is the chariot, which is a vehicle of light that brings the light of the divine, the light of God, the light of source, the light of true nature, to help us release and dissolve those experiences and those concepts. So I just want to go through the 7 gates for you to know what, if you want to do this practice, what you are going to go through the journey. It's like a pilgrimage within your body. It's so beautiful. So the first gate is our vulva. It's our yoni lips. And this is the doorway. This is the entrance to this beautiful landscape, to our womb space, to our universe. And it's connected to, you have to feel safe to be able to open. So this place we have to create a container where you feel safe so that you are open for penetration. The second gate is your G-spot. Your G-spot is a tissue that's very much similar to prostate tissue in men. So we actually, it has the same glands, so we secrete the same substance, but without the sperm. And so it is connected to the water element. The first gate is the earth element. The G-spot is the water element. And this is where we can have an experience of female ejaculation. And when you do have it, it's like the sacred waters of your pelvis open and are released and are cleansing your body. The third gate is your clitoris. And this is a spicy, fiery sexual organ that we have. And this is the only organ in our bodies that its main function is pleasure. The only thing that the clitoris is there for is for us to receive pleasure. And I think this is just so beautiful. And actually, like, just that little clitoris tip is just the tip of the whole clitoris organ. There's so much more that is hidden within your anatomy. So that's related to your fire, to pleasure, expression, unapologetic pleasure. Then the fourth gate is your cervix. And this is the gatekeeper. This is the one that protects, that holds the boundaries between the external into the internal, into the mysteries. And it's related to the heart chakra. This is what unifies like the earthly experience with the more spiritual experiences. Then we have the fifth gate, which is the entrance of the womb, when we start to enter the darkness, the dark void of the unlimited potential of creation. And this is where we start to strip away our identity and our ego and everything that we know. And it can be scary because a lot of us are scared of the dark, but we need to remember that there's so much beauty in the dark as well. So we start to explore those realms of magic and of the underworld and of the mysteries. And then we go to the conception point within the womb. And so the conception point, this is where the divine masculine and the divine feminine come together. So it's the point of sacred union within. This is the point where we're going to be exploring that, what that means and how that feels in the body to be fully integrated in your feminine, your masculine. And when that happens, a third energy arises. There is like a full opening of the heart and an ecstatic state of bliss. And in that bliss and in that joy and that pleasure, we can penetrate the seventh gate, which is true nature, which is the liberated states, which is our Buddha nature, divine nature, Rigpa, clear mind, etc., etc. So those are the 7 gates. This is such important work because as we heal ourselves, we heal the collective. The theme of sexuality in this culture is paramount that we address it. There's so much perversion, there's so much corruption of sexual energy, and it is part of my mission to help women move from feeling shame to feeling that their sexual energy is something sacred, is something to be honored, is something to be enjoyed, to have fun with, to be expressed in their most authentic way. And remember that your womb remembers. So if anything got stirred up while I was talking about the 7 gates, feel into your womb, put your hands in your womb, give your womb love, give your heart love. You are a healer. You have healing energy within your hands. So just like touching yourself with love, with tenderness, caressing your breast, caressing your womb space, just those little things. Your back, your kidneys. Remember, your kidneys are so important to give them love, to stay vital. If you are liking these conversations, remember to subscribe. If you are watching this in YouTube, subscribe to my channel. If you're listening this on other channels like Spotify, remember to click the little bell so that you get notified of any new episodes. If you feel this will be helpful for other sisters, please share. Please leave a review. The more reviews that I have, the more views I will have, and this work will expand. Remember that it's all about ripple effects, and we are in this together. This is a movement of healing our sexual energy together and bringing this healing into the world together. All right, my beautiful sisters. If you have any insights, let me know. I always love to hear from you, and I'm always checking the notes. So yeah, sending you lots of love and ciao for now.